What's up, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Prodigy. We're here. We're talking about the Week 2 NFL slate. This is the main slate for Sunday, 9/14. Before we begin, always like before we definitely subscribe. That helps me to y'all know. Helps out the YouTube algorithm. The sponsor of today's show is One Parlay. So definitely check them out. The world's richest parlay. Every day is leg day. It's a great site. Definitely sign up. That link will be in the description below if y'all want to check that out. Um, if y'all want to look at, like I said, my links, I would definitely highly recommend playing I Want to Parlay. It's a fun site that I play on as well. You can play DFS and stuff like that on there too. But this is going to be the DraftKings showdown, or this is going to be the DraftKings main slate breakdown. We have some good games. We have a good game tonight for the 9/11 slate for Thursday. Commanders versus Packers. That's going to be an electric game. I cannot wait for. And we got some good games here. Jaguars and Bengals, Giants and Cowboys in division game, Bears and Lions. Can the Lions bounce back? Titans and Rams, the atrocious Dolphins. Um, 49ers and Saints with the 49ers are banged up right now. That's going to be interesting to see what's going on there. Bills and Jets, Seahawks and Steelers, Browns and Ravens, and then the afternoon games of the Eagles and Chiefs, Panthers and Cardinals, Broncos and Colts. So let me take a quick drink, get some water in me, and we're going to break it down position by position. So starting up top with Josh Allen. Um, it's word 7-1 for Josh Allen when I can drop down to go to Jalen Hurts 6-8 in a better matchup, I think. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I kind of like going to Joe Burrow as well against Jacksonville at 6-6. Do I want to pay up for Lamar or Josh Allen? I mean, certainly they can certainly be an option. But for me, how much would I like I said, just go to Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow? I wouldn't mind taking a stab at Kyler Murray either at 6-4 against Carolina. He's going to be a different, like a contrarian different option here. Purdy's doubtful, so that's going to lead you to play Mac Jones, which I'm not getting into Mac Jones at all, to be honest with you. Come on, there we go. 4,000. It's gross. It's gross, but it's also the Saints. So if you need the salary, by all means, Mac Jones is there for you. But again, could he have a good game against the Saints? I think so. I think so. Or do you want to play the Saints defense at the price tag of 2.5? So I'm just saying that's another possibility as well. If you think that they can stop them. So yeah, that's gonna be something we need to talk about. Patrick Mahomes, 6-2 against Philly. I'm not really getting to. Bo Nix 6-1 against the Colts. Not really an option for me either. Jared Goff looked gross. It looked like he needed Ben Johnson. But again, does he bounce back here? I'm not banking on it. How much of they just go to Dak Prescott at 5'9", which he looked better on during the game than on paper, to say the least, in that game. But against the Giants that can get shredded, I'll take that any day of the week at 5'9". He's definitely in my player pool. Matthew Stafford looked like he was healthy, but again, I don't trust that. I'd kind of rather drop down to Justin Fields. 5'9" for Justin or 5'7" for Justin Fields against Buffalo. That rushing ability was there for him. Which I like that at 5'7". I like Trevor Lawrence at 5'6". Rodgers, is he back? I'm not banking on it. Dare I play Tua Tagovailoa? Do I? Or would I rather drop down the Drake May at 5'2" against Miami, who looked awful, who looked terrible? Or Daniel Jones at 5'2", who looked great. I mean, he stole a couple touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor, so he's in play. Russell Wilson, they're saying, is going to start once again at 5-1. No, thank you. I'm not getting to Darnold. Flacco, we know what's going on with Flacco. The interceptions will be there, but he's going to be passing a ton. Spencer Rattler at 4.8. Disgusting. Absolutely not. Cam Ward, 12 for 28, 112 yards. Lost a fumble. I'm not getting to him against the Rams defense. And then yeah, we talked about Mac Jones. Going to running back. So there's already remarks about Derrick Henry, how they're going to stop him. I think it was Grant Delpit that said Derrick Henry could be easily tackleable or easily get tackled. At 8'2", he's a monster among men. But again, I'd much rather just drop down to CMC, who's going to have to do it all. he's gonna have to be the main go-to guy now. Jahmyr Gibbs, I like at 7'4". He was a check down guy, caught the passes in the backfield. I like that. Achan, no thank you at 6'9". Brown looks cheap at 6'8". He's definitely going to be in my player pool. Jonathan Taylor, like we talked about, got a couple of touchdowns stolen from him from not Matt Jones, sorry, from Daniel Jones. I'm going rabbit to the wall with him in this matchup. James Conner looked great. Um, then James Cook. Give me Kyron Williams, 6'3", just consistent as can be. Brees Hall, yeah, he's not Derrick Henry, but if he can get it on the ground like in this matchup against Buffalo, I'm going to be playing a lot of them. Alvin Kamara, again, kind of the go-to guy, but again, I much rather just go to Brees Hall or drop down to Javonte Williams at 5'8", who looked great. 2 touchdowns against Philly. Yes, Jalen Carter was not playing. That's a whole other thing. Um, but he seems to be the guy. Do they trust Miles Sanders after that game with the fumble? I mean, that was a game-losing fumble, to say the least. JoJo Swift, give me ETN when they traded Tanks Bisbee to the Eagles. So this is Etienne's backfield, or are we going to see some of Tootin step in at 4-2? I don't know. I don't know yet. Where were we? Kenneth Walker, the snaps were all over the place. Charbonnet was getting more snaps. And I played Kenneth Walker and I was not happy with it. But if that's going to be the case, it's hard to trust him. Dobbins, no. Pacheco didn't look great at all. Henderson, no thank you. Montgomery wasn't on the field. I mean, 11 for 25. Warren, I mean, it's a backfield split between Warren and Gainwell. I don't mind either one here. Sampson, I'm going to get to some of. This is his backfield with no Junkins still. Ramondre Stevenson, we talked. I mean, 7 for 15. I'm not playing Caleb Johnson. Scotabo, I'm not playing. Bigsby, I'm not getting to against Philly. Ford, I'd much rather just go to Samson. And then yeah, it's kind of Kenneth Gainwell at 4-4 is cheap. Cheap, cheap. Manungai, nah. Let's go to receiver. Jamar Chase. I'm playing a lot of him still. A1. I like him and I like CeeDee Lamb at 7-8. I like them over Puka, but Puka had a great game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Puka, but again, I'd just rather go to CeeDee Lamb personally. Malik Neighbors, is he banged up? It's the bad quarterback play. No, thank you. St. Brown, I'd rather pay up for CeeDee Lamb or Chase, or even maybe some of Puka. Brian Thomas had a dud game. I'm going to go right back to the well with him. AJ Brown again, he was nowhere to be found during the first 3 quarters, and then have one catch in the fourth. Again, is he going to bounce back here at 6'6"? I can certainly see it, but you have Garrett Wilson right there for $100 less that I do like. Is this the Tyreek Hill game? That's hard to trust. Zay Flowers, I like. Had a great game. Going to JSN, I'll go right back to the well with him, even though I don't like Darnold. I'm gonna like some of JSN. Um, Marvin Harrison is still too cheap in my opinion. I like him with my Kyler Murray stacks. Pickens, I like. If you want to get to him, Lamb, and Prescott, I don't blame you one bit. Worthy getting freaking smashed by Travis Kelce. That was awful. I had a lot of Worthy, and I was upset. I was upset to say the least. Um, I don't think he's playing. I don't think so at all. Going to DJ Moore, no. Devontae Smith, not really. Not really playing any of the guys. I do like Purcell though at 5'3". Pittman, I don't mind, and Daniel Jones stacks. Hollywood Brown. I'm going to be playing a lot of him. Hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy because he's going to be the go-to guy here. Keon Coleman had a great game. Do I trust that's going to happen again? Not really. Olave, that medical tent is his best friend. So no, thank you. Then looking at some other guys, yeah, I'm scrolling. Tillman had a great game. I don't mind that one bit. Juju, if you think he's gonna have to step up, I like that. But also like Tarek, I like Thornton as well at 3-6, which is cheap for him. Um, Butte at 4-5. I like cheap, 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 cheap. Seems to be the go-to guy for Drake May, along with Stephon Diggs, of course, but still. Um, yeah, it's pretty much what I'm like. Thornton, like we talked about just a second ago. Tesla is allegedly going to play more snaps, so if he does, that's a cheap price tag at 3-3. They throw him in a line or two. Malik Washington, if you think is going to get a little bit of run too, 5 targets last game. Um, Alec Aamora, don't mind that either. But tight end, let's go. Trey McBride, 6,000, love it. Another guy I don't mind going to at all. With my Kyler Murray stacks, Kittle is on the IR. So if we look at the San Fran tight ends, we have Luke Farrell at 3-5. Do I trust him with Matt Jones? Not really. Travis Kelce is going to hurt more of his players or what? 5,000, nope. Sam Laporta, Mark Andrews was disappearing basically from the whole entire game. I'll give me Warren and give me Njoku instead. Give me Hunter Henry as well with Drake May. Um, Goddard is questionable. We don't watch the news on that. Um, because that's some news that could change some things. Grant, I like Grant Calcaterra. I mean, they were wanting to trade Dallas Goedert away anyways in the offseason. So I like Grant here. And then not really getting to Johnny Smith for Fergie, 6 targets. Jawan Johnson, he looked great. I like him at 3-6. Britton Strange, I'll go back to. He's in my player pool. Fannin, I don't mind at 3-1. Mason Taylor, we need to watch the news on. He is questionable. Mm, yeah, let's talk about the Miami tight ends as well. So Darren Waller, he's not expected to play. We have Julian Hill, who looked terrible. And then we had Tanner Connor, who saw 4 targets. 2-5 is not a bad price tag for him. So that's interesting. And then defense, yeah, let's wrap it up with defense. We'll talk about it. I'm not really getting to the Ravens. 49ers against the Saints, yeah, that's in play. Broncos, I like Danny Dimes still. Carolina looked atrocious, so if you like the Cardinals, I don't mind that. Buffalo, I like Justin Fields. Chicago was kind of up and down, 3-2 for the Lions. Rams, if you think Cam Ward doesn't get it done again, I like that. Not playing the Eagles, not playing the I mean, maybe the Cowboys, but still, Deron Bland's banged up now too. So there's this, yeah, it's pretty much pick your poison. So, but that breaks down the slate for us though for week 2. Again, thank you for tuning in. It was a great Sylvester Day, everybody. Have a good one.